Welcome, my dear viewer, to Dr. Paul Kebicho, official YouTube channel. And today, being the 24th of June 2021, I want to share a very, very important topic in our lives. And the reason as to why I decided that we discuss about this particular topic is because I've come to realize that majority of us people, we end up being where we were not supposed to be because of some very funny mistakes that we do in life. Very, very funny mistakes. And I thought it wise that I needed to share with you a few things regarding that particular aspect of life. More often than not, people ask how come some of us people, we do well in life, others they do poorly, others are struggling in life, and others are really enjoying life to the maximum. And I thought it was good for me to share with you this particular important aspect of life. And every day when I'm working, I always keep learning new things. And the experiences I've gathered over the years have made me to become a better person in terms of advising my fellow Kenyans out there. And to that effect, I want all of us people watching Dr. Paul Kebicho YouTube channel to appreciate one thing, that every problem that comes must have a solution. So what is the topic of discussion today with with my viewers out there? It is purely what we call the element of decision making. So what is decision making, first and foremost? Decision making is the selection of a procedure to weigh the alternatives and to find a solution to a problem. So it is purely that selection of a procedure that you want to use to ensure that you find an alternative to a problem that you have. And the power of decision making, believe you me, varies from one person to another. And over and above all, I want first of all to share with you the thinking of a very important man here who is called Mr. Raymond Charles Banker. This man called Mr. Raymond Charles Banker, he has been able to illustrate the power of decision making through using what we call the 3 C's. 3 C's. 3 C's, if you understand what I mean by that. 3 C's. What are these 3 C's? Now, one is what we call, you must clarify. You must have clarity of the decision that you want to make. So what is clarification? It is clearly identifying the decision to be made or the problem to be solved. So the reason as to why people make decisions today and tomorrow they flout on them or they renege on those particular decisions is purely because there was no clarification at all to whatever they were doing. And the decision that they made at that point in time, therefore, was not validating or could not even validate. So one of the things that you do is to clarify. Identify the decision to be made or the problem to be solved by this particular decision-making process. So why are you making this particular decision in the first place? So if you have no clarity upon which you build your power of decision-making on, then you have no business making a decision. Stay the way you've always been. And I'm telling you for a fact that many people don't know how to make decisions. I've seen people who make decisions that last only for 3 hours or 4 hours. If those people think they'll succeed, that's what we call wishful thinking. Because you must stick to what you have, to the decision that you have made in your life. So clarification is very, very important. So can you clarify your decisions? What is it that you are making this decision for? And what will it cost you to make this particular decision? Because there is always a cost element in life. The other thing is that you must consider. So the first C is clarification. The second C is what we call consideration. Think about the possible choices and what could happen for each choice. Think about the possible choices and what could happen for each choice that you make. So you see, for instance, if I have a child here and I have taken, for instance, an education policy for that particular child, and the child is alive, So the child has not gone anywhere. My child is still alive. And you find me now deciding the decision I had made to take a plan for that particular child, unless otherwise proved, you have a problem, because the need to educate your child still remains. And you may give yourself so many excuses around that particular decision that you have made, deciding the decision. But does not change the basic fact that in the fullness of time, school fees must be paid. Who will pay it for you? You'll be the same person learning like a headless chicken, looking for loans either from the SACCOs, from the Shylock, from the Furisa, because of your indecisiveness. You must stick to your decisions. So decisions are very, very key. The third thing is that you choose. So the first C is clarification, consideration. Now you're coming to what we call choosing. Choose the best choice. And you know what? The power of decision making will define who and what you become. So you are basically a product of your own decision. So if you are poor in decision making, it will be exhibited by the results. And the Bible says, we shall know them by their fruits. We have another man called Mr. Jack Canfield. And Mr. Jack Canfield is one of the motivational speakers of our times. A great man. He says, the inability to make a decision can leave you frozen in a place where changes are necessary. The inability to make a decision may leave you in a place where changes are necessary. You get frozen in a place where changes are necessary. So that one means what, therefore? You need to continually make decisions. Make decisions quickly. The greatest successful innovators in the world and readers owe much of their success to their ability to make decisions quickly. So you must become a great decision maker. And I normally remind people that muscles get power with use. So the more decisions that you make, the more you become good at making those decisions. And we normally say the speed of implementation dictates the level of success. So those people that you see being more successful than you, it is purely because they have the ability to make decisions much faster than you. In your sluggish manner of making a decision, opportunities just bypass you. So when you make decisions quickly, you leave no room for doubts, worry, and confusion. Instead of wasting time worrying about all of the possibilities, you find yourself on the right track. That is what we call the power of decision making. So we must continually learn to make decisions. And one of the things I've been telling people in my discussion, because I've been discussing with quite a number of people, is that even the law of attraction dictates that you'll be able to manifest what you need to follow through on any decision once you are fully committed yourself to it. You must be fully committed to your decisions, not committing them half-half. It is either you get hot or you get cold, but you can't be a lukewarm. Some of us people, we have no capacity to make decisions. And that is why you see we are still actually at the same spot we were 10 years ago, because we can't be able to make decisions. You find somebody is messing up at your workplace, you can't make a decision to fire him. That's your problem, because you don't have the power. And remember, failure to make a decision is a decision on its own. So if you don't make a decision, even that aspect of not making a decision is a problem on its own. So decisions can be made for a number of reasons, but you must realize one thing. The more you make decisions, the more you'll be able to make better decisions. You'll also save time and more, and of course, make you better use of your resources. Commitment will be stronger. And then this man called Mr. Zig Ziglar, another motivational speaker, says he has got his 3 C's. Remember we talked about clarity, consideration, and then from there we talked about something else. If you remember what I told you, choosing. Now, for this man called Mr. Zig Ziglar, he talks of decisions as making choices, and then chances, and then changes. Because when you make a decision, you want to change from one position or one status to another for the betterment of your life. But some of us people, we have no ability to make decisions. Quite unfortunate. So if you want to direct your life, you have to have control of the consistent actions you take. I repeat, if you want to direct your life, you have to have control of the consistent actions you take. And you must have what you call decision-making hygiene. Some of us don't have any hygiene. It is today we are in ODM, tomorrow we are in Jubilee, the next day we are in UDA, the next day we are in Wiper, the next day we are in Maendeleo Sharp. 3 days later, we are in TSP, the Service Party of Kenya. Then the other one, you're in the Usawa Party of Kenya. So you don't have any philosophy. You don't have even what you call grounds that one can even judge you on. So realize how powerful decisions are. Your life is merely the result of your decisions. And if you have done things differently than other people, that's why you shine. But if you do what others are doing because you are not unable to make decisions, you'd remain in the same position. The moment you make a decision, you have set your life in a new direction. So the moment you make a decision, you have set your life in a new direction. So the formula for succeeding in decision making: decide what you want in life. You must make a decision. We said, out of all the possible alternatives, you must make a decision on what you want. Then take action. You must take action, because it is by taking action that you clearly define the route, the direction, the duration, the infrastructure, the capabilities, the skills required to take you to that particular level. It's about decision making. Notice what is working out and what is not working out. So if you have made decisions in the past, you need to ask yourself, what has worked, what has not worked. Then you choose. You achieve what you want by making decisions. Make the decisions more often. And I said, muscles get power with use. Run from your decisions. You must run from your decisions. Stay committed, but stay flexible. Then have fun making decisions. So you don't just wake up one morning and decide that I want to do this and this and this. No. So you must enjoy what you're doing, and you must ask yourself, why am I making this particular decision? So one of the things that has made many people to miserably fail in life, it is this aspect of being unable to make decisions. Indecisiveness. Some of us people, even making a decision where to invest our money is a problem. Even with all the available information, the information that we give as consultants is freely available on the internet. But when we come giving you the idea, you assume too much. The information is freely given, but you haven't yet made a decision. And those people who make decisions and they don't stick to their decisions, they regret later in life. So stick to your decisions. Be committed to your decisions. And I've told you, it is in the moment of decision making that you shape your destiny. So you have a choice, either to remain where you are. If the pain of staying where you are at the moment is disturbing, then you have no option. You have to get out of that comfort zone, and you start now charting a new course in your life. And what will make you do that? You must behave like Abraham. When he was called upon by God to go to Uri, for that matter, he never questioned God. So if you keep on questioning, why am I doing this? What will it give to me? Decisions have been made by other people who are always ahead of you. And therefore, failure is a product of indecisiveness. If you can't make a decision and stick to it, then consider yourself a very good recipe for failure. You're basically a very good example of a failure. You can't marry today and tomorrow you decide to break your marriage because marriage is not working. If it is not working for you, it has worked for other people. The question is, what is it that they did or they do that I'm not doing? So you have to question, and you have to ask yourself very serious questions. You have to do what we call you have to interrogate yourself. You must have self-conversation with your mind and your brains. What is it that I'm not doing which is supposed to be done? If you find yourself always timing in the same spot, you have a problem in terms of the power of decision making. So you must learn to make decisions, no matter what. And since we have already agreed here that it is in the moment of decision making that you shape your destiny, then you have no other option but to make those decisions. And when you do that, I promise you, your tomorrow will be a better tomorrow. With those few remarks, may God bless you. I have said that should you want to talk to me at any one given time, kindly call this number, 0713 534 65. That you'll get my personal assistant, Madam Mary Jogu, and she will be of help to you. She can guide you. You can even visit our website, www.panorama-consultants.com, www.panorama-consultants.com. You can go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Paul Kevicho, or at Kibstua. That's my Twitter. Those are my Twitter accounts. You can even drop me an email on info@panorama-consultants.com or paulkevicho@gmail.com. May God bless you. Have a wonderful moment, and remember, you are a product of your decisions. So if you're a poor in making decisions, you have no business calling yourself a potential candidate for success. In other words, you are a potential candidate for failure. The choice is yours. The ball is in your court. Kick it in the direction that you want. And with those many remarks, shalom, shalom, shalom. God bless.